What's up, everybody? It's Josh again here with a new TAW podcast. It's been forever since the last one, probably for a good reason. But I'm joined with Chris Cones,
Hey.
Javier O'Nate,
What's up?
and Thomas Robinson.
Hello.
How are you guys doing today?
Good. Good day after 4th of July.
Yeah. Also known as Independence Day. It's lesser-known subtitle.
Or Treason Day. Either one.
Yeah. Happy Treason Day.
Yeah, Treason Day, yeah, let's go with that.
All right.
That should work out, I do believe.
All right, this podcast is going to be, we do have a topic for this podcast, and it is the future of the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. Oh boy. This is going to be fun. This is really going to be fun, because, as I'm sure everyone's aware, Sonic is kind of,
Down the toilet.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
kind of.
Just
He's
a
that
little
fish
bit.
in the bowl that you just kind of have to wonder whether or not the fact that it's floating on top of the water means it's dead or sleeping.
Yeah. It's amazing how many times this franchise has had to be given CPR and then just went right back under. I mean, just... I mean, it had a good thing going with Generations and Colors, then boom, had to come by and strangle it. And, I'm a huge Sonic the Hedgehog fan. I love the series. Chris is also a big fan. Javier and Thomas, not as much as...
I played Sonic games when I was a kid. It's been
Yeah. And
Last one for me was Sonic Sega All-Star Racing. That was a game. That was
that was a fun game.
I've never played it, but I want to because I've heard it's awesome. I mean,
My main Sonic game I played a lot was Mario and Sonic Olympic games. I don't know why, but that was really fun too.
that's for the Wii, right?
Yeah.
Is it the Wii or the Wii U?
Wii.
Okay.
They're making a new one for the Wii U though.
Yeah. Anyway, so there was some news dropped recently that Sega is planning a brand new main title Sonic game for 2017, as well as a Sonic the Hedgehog movie in 2018.
It wasn't.
And the movie is going to be a blend with live action and just CGI and whatever.
Oh god.
You know, like kind of like how, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Some kind of amalgamation like that.
But that was a good movie.
Yeah, I want to see the Sonic movie, but if it's horrible, it's not really going to do anything. But this game has a lot riding on it.
Yeah, I guess.
Because, I mean, again, Sonic came back from the dead, from 4 straight awful games, 5 if you count Shadow the Hedgehog, which I don't. But from 2006 to 2008, it was just awful, just getting beat into the ground. Yeah, because Sonic 06, that masterpiece, Sonic and the Secret Rings, Sonic and the Black Knight, and Sonic Unleashed, which it's not. Sonic Unleashed is weird because it's not a bad game. It's just infuriating.
Actually, I was going to go into that. Oddly enough, I actually did not hear about this game until you mentioned it to me, and I was just like, a major Sonic game not being talked about beforehand?
Yeah. That's probably because of all the damage Boom has been doing. And speaking of Boom, they've did some early demos of Fire and Ice, and apparently it's not awful. Which is new territory for a Sonic Boom game.
As long as you can find something substantial, yeah, hopefully. If that can be, if they can branch that out and just keep it going, and maybe they've got something. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, the TV show I hear is really good, and I've seen one episode, and it's fine, but Sonic's not a TV show, it's a game series. The games are more important. And as far as games, Sonic Boom has failed miserably, over and over. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not as if it hasn't also been a comic that's also been doing reasonably well for itself, despite being, again, based on a rather poor game. It's really weird that Sonic can seem to survive in any other medium except the one he was designed for.
I know, that's his thing. I'm good at everything except what I was created from. Just that's his gimmick.
I know the Sonic TV show, the new one they made, is actually kind of decent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, that's half the funniest thing about this is just okay, why can't this work in a... Oh, wait, right. Sega can't actually produce a video game outside of the Total War series.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do have a lot of funny moments. Like, one part where Sonic says, "Are you kidding me? Danger is my middle name." Knuckles says, "I thought your middle name was the..."
That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny.
That's because they're actually painting Knuckles as actually having a strong character, if stupid.
You see, Knuckles, his first character trait was not Sonic's version of Patrick Star. So...
Well, yeah, but Patrick Star was only stupid.
Yeah,
At least Knuckles had the secondary option of also being incredibly strong.
But then he devolved into more and more and more stupid.
But he's still strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you, yeah.
All right.
I remember I heard something about someone calling him the Ryback of the Sonic Hedgehog.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Way to ruin Knuckles for me.
Well,
Get
Sega did that a while back.
the emeralds.
Feed me emeralds.
Feed me emeralds. Oh, boy.
That's why he's collecting all those Master Emerald pieces.
Yeah, but yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on this new Sonic game? It's not Boom, it's main series. Because I'm gonna give my thoughts on it first because like their last main series Sonic game was either was it Generations or Lost World? Which one came out last?
I think Generations, if I'm not mistaken. We could probably look that up though.
Yeah, well either way, their last several main series Sonic games have been at least decent because Colors was great, Generations was great, Lost World was but that's fine.
Also, rest of it really good.
Yeah. So, I have hope because there is a lot riding on this because they're putting so much hype into this and they've said that their focus on this Sonic game is quality above everything else.
They're probably not going to half-ass it like they did with Boom.
Yeah. They've actually stated that they are actually delaying this game, which Sega saying that they're delaying a game. That right there shows you the lesson that they've learned.
That puts me in high spirits, absolutely, because like whenever I'm a big fan of the Tekken series, for example, and whenever they delay a game, like you know, like in that sense, because they delay games all the time, and every game is usually good. So you know, when a gaming company, it puts you in a better mood when they postpone it rather than bring it forward.
Yeah, and this may be a first for Sega because remember the last time that they had an anniversary game? Well, not Generations, but Sonic 06. How they should have waited, except they didn't, and they rushed it, and it was one of the worst abominations ever created by man. I think they've learned their lesson, which Sonic 06 is kind of... I mean, of course they learned their lesson, because, I mean, that game is a walking meme. But...
No, we don't want to talk about it.
Sonic 06 is going to be brought up a few times in this. So.
It's that one family member you don't want to bring up.
The family member you don't want to bring up. That's the family member you left at the railroad station, hoping that it would get the take the ticket to Palookaville.
It's the creepy drunk uncle that you had. They're like, did you have to invite him to the party? He's like, he's a part of the family, man. Yes, he has problems, but he's still family. But yeah, I hope that this game does good. But if this game is not good, then that's going to be bad.
We're going to have to old Yeller Sonic.
Yeah, we're going to have to take him behind the woodshed.
Or you sell him to a different franchise or a different company, so like Nintendo or Capcom or whatever.
Yeah, but...
Capcom could probably do the job. Capcom's been very good about, not so much reviving games, because, you know, they tried the same thing with Mega Man, and I haven't really heard much from Mega Man lately.
Yeah.
Well, Mega Man... Yeah, mostly Mega Man is just... I mean, Mega Man was involved in Super Smash Bros., but I think, you know, other than that, I don't remember a lot else, like... Mega Man's done on a lot of outside projects, but I don't know. As far as Capcom-wise is concerned, I'm not really sure.
Well, I just don't think they're in... I don't think they're in the process of probably making another platformer based on Mega Man, which is a bit of a shame, because he actually does have, from what I understand, a very fun set of games. It's just...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like most games... They announce them get usually canceled, which it's a shame.
And when you brought Mega Man, the first thing that came to my mind was, remember when the Mag Nation brought in Mega Man and he was terrifying? He had that giant head, and the first 5 minutes of the episode was Packard and Trevor freaking out because he was horrifying.
To give people, you know, a little Mega Man gimmick.
Vegeta. Oh, that was the best. Shout out to the Mag Nation. We love you guys.
Yeah, we do.
The Blues Brothers.
So we all met.
Vegeta walking out, strutting out, the Vince McMahon walking a suit. That is gold. That is pure gold.
The Blues
That was like the
Brothers.
screensaver for a few months.
Yeah. But back to Sonic. All right, a little bit off of the new game, back to some older games, which for some of them is good memories, and other ones is nightmares we can't recover from. What is we already probably know Thomas's answer because that's the only one that he's played in a while. But what is everyone's favorite Sonic game?
I'm gonna let Javier set this up.
I'm gonna say Sonic Heroes.
My boy,
When I was a kid.
my Namek.
I don't remember that. I don't remember it much of it, but I just remember I had so much fun playing it.
As much as that game gets crapped on, unjustifiably so. I mean, it's not the best, and I would hesitate to even call it good, but I love it. That game was my childhood.
Definitely nowhere near the worst.
Yeah. And you just can't play that game and not be happy. It's one of the happiest games, and I just love it. So yeah, that's my favorite. How about you, Chris?
Favorite? I'm gonna have to say Sonic Unleashed. For all of its, for its sun-catching moments, if you will. It's actually a fun Sonic game, and it's actually not a halfway bad beat 'em up.
I know, but like, whenever the game is good, the trick is getting to where it's good. Because in between the fun levels and the competent beat 'em up segments, I mean, I'll be honest, those Sonic stages, the daytime stages, are freaking amazing, and I love them. But between them and the Werehog levels, like, you have to find all these stupid Sun and Moon medals and go to hub worlds where you have to talk to everybody. And it's just, I have never, to this day, beaten the game because I don't know where to go. I always get lost.
I mean, it isn't like Sonic 06, where it's literally a loading screen.
Oh, no.
Between conversations.
What is the mission? Loading screen. Here's the mission. Loading screen. Mission. Loading screen. Just,
Congratulations! Loading screen. Congratulations! What'd you earn? A loading screen.
Oh, man.
Oh! That's what I wanted for Christmas.
So were these like long loading screens, or just on there for like
Long.
They're
Unnecessary
15 to
loading
20
screens.
seconds each.
That's-
I mean, like, you'll go to a mission, like, especially the town missions have the worst loading screens because you'll ask them what the mission is, they'll tell you, loading screen. Then when they come back, they summarize the mission. And then there's another loading screen. And then you start the mission.
That was painful to watch.
I'm going back to it, though.
Oh, God.
In a few years, I know that I deleted my entire Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 playthrough, but I'm going to start it again because only reason why I deleted those videos because they were awful. But now I've learned how to do it good, or at the very least competent.
I didn't even know you deleted.
Yeah, I did. Because remember the first Sonic 06 video that I ever made where the audio was not even close to being synced? There were echoes in the background every time someone talked. It was terrible.
I don't remember.
Well, if you're gonna go there, we might as well go into the Sonic game we hate the most. But I think we all know the answer to every one of us.
Well, I haven't really played any bad Sonic games.
I've avoided those, thank you very much.
If only.
I don't remember ever really playing a really shitty Sonic game, to be honest. I mean, I've played like alright games, but nothing really too shit.
I'm going to start off. My least favorite Sonic game is Sonic R. That is the most atrocious... Don't... Chris, stop. Stop! I cannot feel the sunshine.
Feel the sunshine.
It does not brighten up my day.
Up your day.
Oh my god, that is the worst game. The worst game.
I had a friend at school who hates that game. So what one of my other friends did was just constantly play that song whenever we met at lunch.
Oh. I would have been put in prison, because I would have killed him. I would have killed him.
That sounds like my kind of human being.
Like, Sonic 06 is awful, but it's funny.
It's fun to make.
And there are sporadic moments of somewhat funness. And even Sonic Boom is still funny. Sonic R is just... Ugh. All right, Chris.
Without ever actually playing Sonic R, I do know it's bad.
You don't.
I never played it.
It's like, do you need to play Superman 64 to know it's a bad game? Do you need to watch Piranha 3 Double D to know that's an awful movie? No, you don't.
In that case, it might be just awful enough that it makes me laugh.
Do you need swine flu to know that swine flu is bad? No, you don't.
I actually had swine flu, oddly enough. But when it comes to the video games that I have played and the things I've had to dive into, Sonic 06 has the recognition of being the only video game that I have physically put down and said, I can't.
Can't continue with this.
It is legendarily disgraceful.
Exactly, Thomas. You know exactly what this is. It's literally just me going, I can't.
It stole your soul.
It's like at Payback 2016 when they rehashed the Montreal Screwjob. It's one of those moments where you have to look at your life and just wonder what you're doing. Where are you going from here? What is the point of all of this?
This is a fandom that I enjoyed. Why?
Man. I still remember on that other playthrough that I had briefly where me and Alex were playing and it threw us into a Mach Speed segment and Alex grabbed the controller and he was like, watch this! 2 seconds later he was dead. Like, the level started and instantly died. That is one of the funniest things I have ever seen. And if you want to go back and watch Game Grumps from 2012, JonTron did the exact same thing in the exact same spot. Just, oh, good lord.
It's legitimately just a moment of, what am I doing?
I haven't even started yet.
I even legitimately brought a friend who I knew was infinitely more patient than I was.
Mm.
And we made it a mission to make it to Shadow. We made it a mission to at least get to play Shadow.
Oh, you didn't even get to Silver. My God.
No, we made it to Silver.
Oh.
Silver was the first one we got to. And then then afterwards we were like, we can't do this.
Silver had such potential and then just flatlined.
I will destroy you.
It's no use. It's no use.
Take this.
Although he was freaking amazing in Sonic Generations. That boss with Silver in Sonic Generations, Silver's awesome. Like, he creates this giant ball of metal and cars and stuff and launches it at you. I mean, at least they fixed it there. But yeah.
Well, I mean, like, I remember reading a comic that actually had Silver in it. And at first I was a little bit wary of it because I was like, every time I see you flub.
Every time I see you, I get 1 second closer to dying. At my own hand.
Was this comic like the recent series, like a recent comic?
Well, semi. It's from Archie Comics actually. So but I got to reading it and it's like, not only does it show that Silver is a learning force that actually progresses in his own characterization over time, he's also fairly intelligent to begin with, if a little hot-headed, and he's incredibly powerful. And Sonic 06, he just feels so and then I look back at Sonic 06 and I'm like, they neutered you. Why?
He is the biggest idiot in Sonic 06. Hey, this creepy black hedgehog that walks like a zombie and has reptile eyes is going to tell me to kill this random person I don't even know. Yeah, I'm going to do it. No questions asked.
It's like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
I am here to save the future.
Yeah.
Of the past. In the future.
Oh, no. He bleeds Hawaiian Punch and he's afraid of the ground. That's a deep cut right there.
Holy, he's bleeding. It's like looking at a Hawaiian Punch bowl. It's going everywhere. Yeah, it reminded me. It was like, wow, you actually can have some decent characterization with a lot of fun. What happened?
I remember. Have any of you ever heard of Clement on YouTube? The Great Clement. He's a popular Sonic fan that's on YouTube.
No.
He actually said something that made a lot of sense that I would think is really interesting, that they should have modeled Silver's gameplay style after The Force Unleashed. Because, can you imagine playing a Sonic game as Silver with The Force Unleashed physics?
Actually, I played a little bit of the Force Unleashed. That would actually, for a Sonic character, that would actually be very good. Actually,
That would
how Sonic plays and how
that would be so much fun.
It'd be a beat 'em up without the problems of being slow like God of War. Like, you know, say what you will about The Force Unleashed, a lot of times it's like, oh, there's a whole clump of you. Crunch, toss.
I love that game. That game, I mean, I love it on the PlayStation 2, but the 360 version, oh my god. I have spent hours on that game.
Yeah, I'm not playing it. I love the one, I think it was on the demo, where it was when you were Vader and you were just destroying all those Wookiees.
It's amazing.
Best ones.
There's a bridge that I've done several times where you go up to this bridge after a TIE fighter dive bombs a bridge for no reason, and then you go to the next bridge. You can stay there for like 30 minutes, and an unending wave of Wookiees just comes to you just to get destroyed, and you just keep on hacking them, and it's just. And eventually the game is like, oh wait, yeah, you're supposed to continue now, and they start sending less and less, and you're like, but I was having so much fun being a raging psychopath.
This is the best part of the game. Don't take it away from me. Exactly.
But back to Sonic. We just went on a major tangent.
Well, unless he shows up in the next Star Wars game or something.
Yeah, right. Probably the next Soul Calibur game.
But oh god, don't even get me into Soul Calibur 5. Don't even.
We don't need to. We don't need to.
We don't need to. I don't want to break my microphone.
But oddly enough, there is something I wanted to talk about. Just real fast.
Like Sonic?
As I said, yeah, it's still about Sonic. Going back to this, Joshua was the first person who told me about this new Sonic game, and I'm like, why isn't this like, at least exploding somewhere else? Why isn't this, being a much bigger deal?
I didn't even know about it until like a few weeks after it was announced. Like, I was just looking on Google, like, new Sonic games, and then I was like, oh, a movie? What? I thought this was speculation.
Did they talk about this at E3 at all?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think they did.
Don't bring up E3. I'm still mad at E3. There was no Devil May Cry 5 game announced, so I'm mad at them.
But actually, going back to E3 for just one moment, please.
Yeah.
On another note, if you looked at or if you watched it even remotely, one of the big announcements was not only Nintendo's big announcement about the Nintendo NX, where they're like, we're going to be hush hush about this, but we're getting a new console out next year.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah.
And one of the launch titles is Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
I've heard a lot of mixed reactions to that announcement.
Yeah, but you know what? It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
So dope.
That new God of War that looks amazing. That awesome looking Spider-Man game. They're promoting their new games.
I don't even like God of War that much, but that trailer made me scream.
Like,
well, exactly.
I mean,
why in the world did I not hear about this Sonic game?
I know.
Until Joshua told me about it. When I heard about Breath of the Wild, literally everywhere I looked. Not that I'm not completely excited and
yeah, I'm not either.
Inside my own shorts.
Well,
the only time I care about Link is when his ashes are being snorted. That's another deep cut for you, guy.
How dare you?
Sexual and emotional powers.
The reason that game was all over the place because Nintendo only had 2 games for E3, that and Pokemon Sun.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get my point. Why in the world is Sega killing themselves by not? Well, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. The last time they heavily promoted the game or any sort of game was actually Sonic Generations, which wasn't that bad. But the only other game they heavily promoted was Sonic 06, and that flopped so badly.
It blew up in their faces.
But it's like they took the wrong lesson from it. They said, like, okay, well, we'll just make sure we're quieter about our games. No, that's the only reason why we even moved units on that game.
Well, to be completely fair, they did say that they are going to have a press conference on the 22nd, and then they're going to announce it, as well as the movie.
Oh, it just seems like... go on.
So, sorry, you go on first.
No, you first, please.
I was about to say, so they're going to have a press conference before they announce it. So
they're going to have they're going to announce it, like what the game. They've already announced it, but they're going to tell us more about it on the 22nd. So that it'll probably blow up everywhere on the 22nd. But still, like I'm going to announce a game, then I'm going to have a press conference.
Yeah. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, it does at least stir up some controversy about the game beforehand, which, you know, Sonic doesn't need any more controversy, in all honesty.
Yes.
It's like the Kardashians. You know, and
don't give Sega any ideas. Don't give Sega any ideas. Sonic and the Kardashians. Oh my god.
That'd be the best thing in all of mankind.
I think I just created about 4 fan fictions. Just
oh god!
Burn down Sega.
Torch it. Just torch it.
Sonic Jenner. Sonic Jenner. Just take off the rations.
Sonic Gen.
Anyway, back to what you were saying before this gets too weird.
It's just, you know, it kind of seems weird that they don't advertise this at all. Like, you know, let's build up some hype around this press conference that, you know, could potentially make or break our company.
Yeah, because if this game is, it's not even if this game is just meh. If the game is meh or awful, then we may as well just kiss the Sonic franchise goodbye. But if this game is good, it could be the CPR that it needs. Because I'm surprised that Sonic survived the bullet that was Sonic Boom. But the only reason why it did was because Sonic Boom is its own universe, and it's not the main thing. Because but still, it was still a bullet. This could potentially be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, I mean, why don't we just stick with the bullet analogy and just call it a bullet to the head?
Yes, Old Yeller.
You know,
which is funny because Sonic actually can turn yellow.
Bullet Club. 4 life.
Oh, Joshua, I don't know why, but you're gonna hate the match for AJ Styles and being Battleground.
I'm not watching it.
Well, you should at least know who he's facing.
I know, I saw it.
Alright,
and I only had a mild rage seizure, but anyway, just a mild one.
Crime Time was gonna come back, so I was like, well, maybe Crime Time was gonna help John Cena.
But speaking of Raw, did everyone see Titus O'Neil's wardrobe?
Oh yeah, Apollo Creed.
Oh my! Oh man, Titus O'Neil.
I have a question.
Star Spangled O'Neil. What was your question?
I was looking at Team America versus Team World. It's like, so let me get this straight. You're expecting this to work? Why?
Technically, 4 people are on the wrong team.
I know.
And it's sad that Parts Unknown isn't represented by Kane. It's just.
Did anyone else notice that? Did anyone else notice that after Sheamus bro kicked Bubba Ray Dudley, Kalisto botched the 450 splash and just did it like a Rey Mysterio splash, kind of?
Or he tried to do a flip and it didn't exactly work, so he just.
That's because Sheamus wouldn't get out of the way. He's like, "Move, bro."
Yeah, a lot of that's. Go on.
I was saying, it's still funny when they do these like USA versus national things in the WWE. And yet in this match, it was so painfully obvious that the team and national team was much more cooler and much better than the Team USA team.
Well,
I know,
well, Team America.
They have like someone like Ziggler on Team America. The only people I actually liked were Ryder and Apollo.
In your national team, you had Cesaro, you had
Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens,
Jericho.
Also, how in the world did Kane get disqualified? He hit a dude that was already out of the match. But speaking of which, that's why Team USA was kind of underwhelming, because it did kind of have Big Show, Kane, and Mark Henry.
Mark Henry on like.
Speaking of Old Yeller.
Are we really going to go into the retire Big Show chant right now?
Yes. Not just him, all 3 of them.
No, Mark Henry's fine.
As active, just haven't let them be that active on the show, because they can't be that active anymore. If they were more like a special attraction, that sort of thing, as mentioned before, like if Big Show showed up once in a while, like Brock, or like you know, I think it would be better for a longevity sort of thing, and it wouldn't be killing him to do like these regular matches every week.
I'm just saying, the next time I see Big Show knock out Cesaro, like if he's getting built up. Remember when he was getting built up for Brock Lesnar to destroy him? And he just destroyed Cesaro. If I ever see that again, I will not be able to contain myself.
I don't remember that.
It was awful.
Like before Brock versus Big Show
Oh,
squashed
is it
Cesaro.
when he interrupted the Miz Cesaro match and he knocked them both out?
Yes,
So
just ugh.
Yeah.
Well,
It was really kind of sad. Go on.
To be fair, they're trying to promote it. They were trying to promote him to fight Brock Lesnar of all people, so you might as well.
But why Cesaro?
Yeah, like
Because you're trying to.
The dude's
because you're
on
trying to find
shaky
someone who's
ground
also
as it
built like a
is.
bear.
why couldn't we have Cesaro versus Brock?
I know. Why couldn't you let Cesaro give both? Like, why couldn't you have Cesaro interrupt a match between Big Show and The Miz and have him give a neutralizer to both of them?
Because again, that would require. Well, here's the thing: you can almost always build up a monster versus giant match. It's much harder to build a monster versus monster match, which again, Cesaro is a man in a bear suit. 'Cause let's not even lie, that man is built. Apparently, on another note, he actually apparently sewed his own rippable tuxedo. Just wanted to point that out.
What?
That makes him so much better.
I
What?
know, right?
Is there nothing this man cannot do
One thing I did like
in between
about,
those 4 ropes?
the little super fight segment at the beginning of Raw was just him and Paulo casually arm wrestling while everything else was going on.
Yeah, for those of you that are still listening, yes, we did go from Sonic to a full-on Raw discussion.
We're raw, but that's the one thing we all have in common. We're all fans of the WWE.
Somehow.
Tentatively.
Okay.
Tentatively.
Wrestling.
There you go.
You were saying something, Thomas. I saw that.
I was going to say, we just want it to be better. That's all.
Yeah.
We just want it to be
Well,
better.
but yeah, but you watch that Raw, and it's like, okay, the only people I care about are either on Team World, or their name is Zack Ryder. Why?
Really? You guys don't like Apollo Crews?
I would like him more if he wasn't if he wasn't a dumb smiling baby face.
I just don't care about him anymore. That's the thing.
Oh, you're.
Cruz. I mean, I like Cruz. Is just it's just.
He can have good
As
matches.
soon as
Like
he
the
lost
match
to
was,
Jericho. Sorry. So go on.
well, the match he had with Sheamus was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I dug the match with Sheamus and Money in the Bank. That moonsault off the apron was pure faith.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I just think again the problem with Cruz is that as soon as he lost to Jericho, it's kind of like he's just like every other person. Now.
Everyone, that was the moment where everyone was like, what? Just why? It was a record scratch for Apollo Crews.
And not only that, though, but he constantly is always like, okay, I'll just try again later. That only really works for Sami Zayn because Sami looks like a regular person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like, he's built like my dad, for fuck's sake.
Apollo's built like a truck.
The man is built like he can do anything. It's like asking Brock Lesnar to just go, oh, well. No, this is a guy who can do anything. Make him do everything.
Well,
I'll be right back.
I mean, at least he's in a feud with Apollo. I mean, not Apollo. He's in a feud with Sheamus.
Apollo Crews versus Apollo Crews. It's the greatest match ever.
Which one is the real one?
Glenn Jacobs is secretly one of them. But he's in a feud with Sheamus, and he's only been on the main roster for like a month or like a couple of months.
All right, I'm back.
Really showing something.
I had to let my dad in real quick.
Fair enough. No, my biggest problem with Apollo Crews is, again, you're trying to make him into a big smiley baby face. That didn't work for The Rock. That didn't work for anybody. What makes you think you're going to accept that? It works for Sami Zayn because, again, he weighs 190 pounds. And when he kicks out, it's never a power kick out. He always just kind of rolls over like, oh, I'm dead.
And, he's Sami Zayn.
It was impressive watching him do that one time when he did that spinning powerbomb thing on Sheamus. That was cool.
Yeah, that would have taken a lot. Yeah.
If you want to get him over, have him do that to like Mark Henry. I mean, you had Kevin Owens do that to Mark Henry, do a powerbomb to him.
Like 2 or 3 times his weight, though.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn, it's almost closer to 4. There's legitimately Sami Zayn can fit in one of Mark Henry's thighs. It's awful. But on that same token, though, that's exactly what Sami Zayn needs to go against. Like Sami Zayn versus Cesaro. Great match, but not just because Cesaro is absolutely incredible, but also because, he's just the right size that Sami Zayn looks credible against him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to continue to be that uphill battle. that's why Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn is usually a big thing because, you know, Kevin Owens looks like a really big, angry, homeless man. Whereas Sami Zayn looks like that really nice guy who would buy you a cappuccino at a coffee shop and ask about your day.
And then Kevin Owens would hit him in the back with a chair while he's talking to you.
Yeah, like a douche.
And then they start fighting each other.
He won. He won. Fight forever. Could you please not? You're going to kill each other, I swear to God.
Yeah. And the thing about Cesaro and Sami Zayn as well is that they've got a proven track record in terms of, you know, NXT, for example. They had an incredible program with NXT, like when it was the Sami Zayn trying to prove himself to Cesaro. And again, the possibility is there for them to do really good stuff together.
Well, it also kind of depends on them also having really great matches, which Sami Zayn has been known to do with literally anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he really has to with a lot of the people he's been going up against. You know, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens. But there's someone who could have been a part of Team USA who could have really brought that up. How about the really southern freaking AJ Styles?
But there's a problem.
My team for that would I think I mentioned it on one of our chats, and I think I mentioned on Twitter too. It would have been, why couldn't they just done Cena, Rollins, Ambrose, AJ, Bray Wyatt, Henry, Big Show, and Kane? I think that would have been my big one. If you're going to try and get all the stars for USA, try and get all these big guys. I mean, it wasn't like they were doing much else on that show.
I'm just gonna sit here and not say anything about my problems with that match. Just gonna let it alone. Just gonna let it slide by.
One of them starting with Jay and ending on Cena.
Well, like, you know, in that case, we're already dropping the pretense of, you know, half of the guys on Team USA being heels.
Well, I mean, they didn't have a problem like having faces and heels together.
That's what I'm saying. You know, it's like, you know, Jack Swagger, clearly a heel, clearly a conservative right-wing heel.
What? I thought he was a face.
At this point, I might as well just consider him a meh.
He's in that territory where no one cares, so he's neither. He's not even a tweener. He's just.
I did like that spot where him and Cesaro did there.
He's not a face. He's not a heel. He's not a tweener. He just exists.
He's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy.
He's
a guy right there.
He's just a really big guy who likes.
He's gonna lose a match.
We used to do gut wrench power
the all-American American.
American.
I think he's stuck in a loop, guys. I think Chris is stuck in a loop.
You have no idea. But yeah, no, Team USA was always going to be kind of a flop, really. And the only reason why anyone cared was Zack Ryder got the winning pinfall, and everyone was like, "Wait, what? Is that even
won a match?
He's still employed? What?
Zack Ryder won at Raw?
He pinned Cesaro and Sheamus.
At this point, I'm kind of meh on Zack Ryder because I know he's never going to get anywhere. I will change, like, if he hits a 450 splash, because we know he can do it. He tried it on John Cena, but if he hits a 450 splash and wins a match with it, I would be so happy. I will like him as much as Trevor does. Just unyielding, uncompromising love.
Well, okay, going on a Zack Ryder tangent. Apparently, my biggest problem with Zack Ryder will always be the fact that he lost 90% of his push, 99% of his push, in one moment.
Yeah.
And the fact is, he came out of that storyline just looking so weak.
It was depressing.
Yeah, poor guy.
You
nothing wrong.
What was that referee? You remember those way back in the day, those Tim White suicide skits?
Yeah.
I'm surprised Zack Ryder didn't have some of that. Can you imagine Zack Ryder suicide skits? That'd be funny. That'd be morbid, but it'd be funny.
That's not safe, Mr. White, something like that. Like, and it was Josh Matthews who was
man.
Josh Matthews already did that the moment that he was possessed by the Undertaker.
Oh yeah, I was glad.
What even happened there? It's just like all of a sudden his eyes rolled back and he just started speaking with the Undertaker's voice, and Randy Orton's like, the fuck?
Everything concerning Josh Matthews is automatically just the best thing ever.
Well, because wrestling's dumb. care if you are a fan of wrestling or not, you will admit to everyone, yeah, it's kind of dumb. Like the broken Matt Hardy versus Brother Nero thing.
Oh God! Oh God!
You want to get into that? I can
They're fighting in a backyard.
You remember that tweet Matt Hardy sent out after the Orlando shooting?
Oh,
Oh God! Oh God! I'm so sorry about what happened. Let me entertain you tonight as I destroy Brother Nero.
just make it 2
Dude!
so you don't seem like a complete asshole.
That's worse than when there was a hurricane in Japan and they were doing a show in Japan and Daisy Carter tweeted, James Storm is coming to Japan, and it had a picture of a hurricane with James Storm's face on it. Just, oh my God.
What? That actually happened?
Gee,
Yeah.
yes, it happened. It's a real thing. Just TNA and Twitter is just the greatest thing ever.
TNA in general.
Yeah. Somehow...
They had a tribute for China, but they got her the year she was born wrong.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Oh.
Yeah.
This would not be so painful if it also didn't come with the knowledge that TNA is currently being run out of their merchandise warehouse.
Yeah.
They're being run out of everything. You remember the JTG still employed counter? There should now be a TNA still alive counter.
Is there?
There should be. There should be.
There's probably one somewhere.
Right. There's probably been one since like
desk right now.
there's probably been one since like 2013.
TNA's been dead for the longest time, in my opinion.
It's a zombie.
I think there would.
Speaking of Old Yeller,
Yes. Speaking of Old Yeller.
Thomas was gonna say something.
I was about to say, like, for TNA, I think 2013 when it started going live, and I think that was just really the financial. That was a kind of moment when it started being really killed, as a business. Because like in 2012, like they were doing really good. Like the ratings were actually improving, and the product was actually a lot better.
Bound for Glory 2012 was a fantastic pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean,
It had its problems, but yeah, it was a good show.
Yeah, I mean, you had Austin Aries as the TNA World Champion, Bully Ray being awesome. Yeah, Bobby Roode and James Storm having an incredible feud.
With that boxer rapper guy that I can't remember his name.
Boxer rapper guy.
they had
They had him as like a guest person at ringside.
King Mo.
Yeah, that guy, King Mo or whatever.
I think he's an MMA fighter, actually. And he was signed to a developmental contract for TNA as well as a wrestler.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had a lot of potential. Then from 2013, when you had you had TOTs in there, you had all the MMA fight. It just really I don't know. Like as soon as that happened and you lost AJ Styles and everything, it was just really
Yeah,
It's a downward spiral.
Exclusive to TNA, that was really good. Now in WWE, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles.
Bringing it full circle, so you're saying that 2012 for TNA was like Sonic Generations, and from then on it's just been full on Sonic Boom, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
Like TNA.
Bringing it full circle.
If you want to bring it full circle. Honestly, though, if I'm going to say what's wrong, or like what TNA's current biggest problem, well, at least what it used to be, don't get me wrong, it's not as if the Legends were totally a bad thing. But why didn't they rely on the people that they had? Like, AJ Styles was becoming this big thing.
Oh, that makes me think of Victory Road 2009 when they had Kevin Nash pin AJ Styles clean.
Yeah.
2009.
That was an off year. That was an off year for everybody.
Oh, God.
Like WWE they had the celebrity stuff, and the pay-per-views did really horrible.
I feel like the start of 2009 wasn't bad for WWE, but afterwards it kind of sucked.
I just finished watching Backlash 2009. I love that show.
I have a DVD I'm going to be watching soon. So.
I like No Way Out 2009.
Yeah, when Edge was the greatest thing ever that night.
Yeah.
Spear.
Yeah.
Spear.
Destroying Rey Mysterio with that plexiglass.
He killed Kofi Kingston, took his spot.
Just killed him. Murdered the poor man.
That man had a family.
It's so funny because Kofi Kingston was in the Elimination Chamber the year after that, and as he was making his entrance, he kept looking back.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
That
Bad memories. Bad memories.
Kofi Kingston Kofi Kingston.
That was my favorite year.
Oh god! And then Undertaker came out and his pyro exploded all over him.
You know,
Elimination Chamber 2010 is one of those shows where so much funny stuff happens.
You know what happened with the pyrotechnic person. Like as soon as the Undertaker came back after his match, because like after the pyro thing was, after the pyro thing happened, he was in his chamber, in his chamber pod. He was cooling down. He was just trying to catch his breath and stuff. And when he got backstage, he went straight up to Vince and he says, "I don't want to ever see that guy who did that. I don't want to ever see him again."
I think it's safe to say that he was heated.
Yeah. And the guy who did that to the Undertaker legitimately got fired after that. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. But that's the thing, though. If that had been to, say, Kofi Kingston or Edge while he's doing, like, the Big Smoke promo or Big Smoke moment, and then they have, like, all his pyro go off behind him, But, if anyone else had done that, they'd be like, okay, fine, it was a legitimate accident, that kind of hurt.
Can you imagine if it was Randy Orton? If Randy Orton had pyro, he would have went backstage and killed that man.
Like he did Ken Anderson's career?
Or Kofi Kingston. That one time, remember when Kofi stood up after when he was supposed to get punted, and Randy Orton freaked out? Randy would have lived. He would have legit went backstage, found that man, and ripped his head off.
It's really sad when art imitates life, but literally Randy Orton had a lot of mental issues.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I mean,
chill now. But...
When he was starting off, he had quite a fair amount. And it was kind of lessened over the years.
Yeah.
Well, he's become more adult-like, which is why he doesn't shit in bags anymore. He doesn't, rub lotion all over people. He doesn't,
Chris, where are you going with this?
Well, I'm just saying, he's not a terrible human being anymore. He's just really bad.
He's experienced.
Yeah.
In the ways of the dark side.
He's an experienced asshole rather than an inexperienced asshole.
He's experienced in the ways of the dark side.
I think when he got the second wellness policy violation on 2012 when he was suspended for 60 days, I think there was a lot of talk that he was actually going to get fired after that, because it really, like, his stock had dropped so much. I don't think it was stock dropped that much, but he wasn't as much of an asset as he used to be. Because he was, I mean, they had him, like, I remember about clean to Alberto Del Rio one time on SmackDown, and, it was a very hard deal. So possibly, you probably learned, like, I'm on like water here, so maybe you have to, clean up and stuff, and just really just be in your best behavior.
On that same token, wasn't that also the year where he basically stopped the pushes for both Wade Barrett and Christian? Is that the year?
No, Christian was 2011. Yeah. Killed it in like every pay-per-view.
They had good matches, though.
Yeah, good matches, yeah.
There were beautiful matches. It was just always along the lines of, okay, why isn't Christian winning any of these matches?
And then Money in the Bank 2011 came around, and that table wouldn't break, and Vince was just like, break the daggum table!
Save the table.
Save the table.
I'm just imagining that, Vince just losing his mind in the grill position. Break the fucking table!
And as he was going mad, the fans were going crazy for that, as Alton was just kept RKOing him and stuff. And that was like the...
nothing was going right, but it was going so well at the same time.
Well, it just goes to show that Christian and Randy Orton are so good. Christian really is actually a legitimately good wrestler. Randy Orton, I've gone on record saying a lot of times, he's one of my favorites. I wouldn't put him as, like, my top.
Oh, he's in my top favorites.
He's at least my top 10.
I was about to say, he's at least somewhere in my top 5, honestly. He's really that good.
Oh, he is.
He's hard to have a bad match with. And, if he can get a good match out of some of the people he's wrestled with, it's like...
Isn't he, I remember hearing that he's supposed to be scheduled against Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
Yeah, someone in Reddit talked about that. It was the same person that talked about that. Broke the news of Shane versus Undertaker at WrestleMania. So and there's been a lot of talk backstage about it apparently. So that it's a front runner.
I'd really be interested to see that.
Well, because Randy Orton's just so freaking slippery, and I see Javier Knight wants to speak. Do you want to speak, Javier?
No.
Sure. Oh, okay, fine.
Here's
okay,
the mic. Just smacking the mic.
Just here.
Well, I mean, but that's the thing, though. Randy Orton's just so good at being a technical wrestler and so slippery that it's like, okay, I can understand that this might be a good match. Brock will win.
Well, I think one reason why he's so slippery is because of all that lotion.
Oh, God, all that baby lotion.
Okay.
It's off of him, like, so much.
It's like King in that one Royal Rumble that Packard won. Got Trevor covered in baby oil. This is going weird. Okay.
We don't want to talk about Stephen Packard winning a Royal Rumble. That was a bad note.
Thanks, computers.
Yeah, I know. Like the big thing is that Lesnar probably will win, but you know, I'm just thinking about this UFC fight in the weekend. You know, maybe if he loses that, maybe they'll think twice about it. Maybe because if Orton's coming back and he wins his first match back, you know, that might change their minds.
Well, yeah, but this is also Brock Lesnar we're talking about here.
Yeah, the dude once punched a rock and the rock cried. So
that might.
Wait,
I'm not
Dwayne
certain if
Johnson?
he's talking about like a boulder.
yeah, Boulder.
You know, like Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh, both.
Okay, fair enough.
At the same time.
Well, like, you know, this is the guy who, you know, Frank Mir put in a leg or in a knee bar, and Brock Lesnar like prematurely tapped. And then, like the very next time he met Frank Mir in the octagon, he
destroyed him.
He turned his face into spaghetti.
It was awful. I think. Go on, sorry, Thomas.
Well, there's a big difference because you know, like when he fought Frank Mir and you know and he lost, it was very different because again he didn't have the WWE commitments. It was UFC, so he started training again. He got back into a fight, and you know, and he eventually won the UFC heavyweight title. But
wasn't that his first match in UFC?
Yeah. Frank
Oh,
Mir.
that must have been embarrassing.
well, not
Still
really.
a bit.
I mean, he was eventually able to get back into it, and obviously he became very successful in the UFC. And that wasn't his first MMA fight or anything like that because he did fight. I think he fought in Korea before that fight, so you know to kind of get his foot in the water. So I don't know.
A lot of fighting in Korea. Sorry.
Well,
He might have
but
fought
the thing is like apparently they had a rematch later,
yeah.
and I think Crack said it best when basically under every caption of Brock Lesnar punching Frank Mir in the face, they put revenge. In all caps.
Revenge.
It's like, well,
Didn't Frank Mir do a little skit where he made fun of Brock for being and the guy that he knocked out was like, "This isn't WWE." Yeah, they probably shouldn't have done that.
yeah, and then Brock's just like, oh, okay. I didn't forget who the fuck I am.
Oh, I'm kind of hungry. Thank you, Frank Mir, for satiating my appetite. I'm gonna kill you now. Just gonna.
Oh, I totally forgot the taste or the need for revenge. Thank you for reminding me.
All right. Now we're gonna have to try to bring this thing to a close because I think my computer's getting low on battery. But just to recap, back to Sonic, which was like 30 minutes ago. I think it's safe to say that everyone wants this new game to succeed.
I just think that the big thing is on Sonic themselves being promoting because I was going to mention this before, but if you look at how Sonic is announced for Super Smash Bros. And how recently he was announced for LEGO Dimensions, and there was a lot of buzz about that. If these outside companies can kind of hype up in such a way, then surely Sega should be doing that already.
Come July 22nd, a lot of major stuff is going to drop, and we're going to get a bigger picture on the new Sonic game. But 2017, that year is going to either make or break Sonic. The pressure's on. The pressure is definitely on.
Oh, absolutely. But the big thing about Sonic that's going to end up either making him or breaking him is, will they just go back to that original formula of you don't need a big story and you don't need different gameplay. You literally just need a decent platformer.
That's what made Sonic Generations so good. They didn't focus on the story, and they just focused on making the game good. And it was. Just do that again.
Well, even Sonic Generations had a actually halfway decent story, but they actually wanted it to work.
Yeah.
In Sonic 06, their idea was we need to make money. Which they did. That was a platinum seller. Like, you will actually see it on shelves.
Sonic 06 a platinum seller.
I'm not kidding.
Just what I know. I have it. It says platinum seller on the thing, but just
and the reason why is exactly as Thomas Robinson said.
It was hyped up. It was hyped.
It was so hyped.
It had the Phantom Menace syndrome, except the Phantom Menace was nowhere near as bad as Sonic 06.
Even a person who hates the Phantom Menace can't deny that is the case.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so again, I'm going to be looking forward to Battleground. It's going to be very interesting. We're going to be looking forward to Sonic's reveal on the 22nd. And hopefully everything goes alright, because I really do not want to kiss this franchise goodbye.
And I'm looking forward to The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, coming out in 2017.
I want that. And also, another piece of Sonic news. How many of you have seen Sonic Nazo Unleashed on YouTube? I know Chris has.
Oh, I have.
Have you? You have, Thomas?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh.
Sonic Puzzles.
For those of you who haven't seen it, look it up on YouTube. It was created by this guy named Jakara X or something. I forget what his name is. But it's awesome, and it has a ton of views, and it's really good. But they're making a sequel of it, and they have a trailer for it, and it looks like Sonic X, except if Sonic X was good. So it looks fantastic.
As a person who's also watched it, I will admit that it was almost too DBZ for my taste, but on that same token, it was like, wow, this is actually really well made, and I actually feel like this villain is threatening. Yeah.
Nazo's dope. Yeah. Alright, I think it's time for all of us to sign off. I'm Josh again. Make sure to make sure to follow Javier Nate, Chris Cones, and Thomas Robinson on all their stuff. Facebook. Yeah, if you find Chris. It's like Where's Waldo, except he's Chris.
Challenge accepted.
Good luck.
I hope all of you guys enjoyed the podcast. See you guys later.
See you later.